Hello. Oil continues to soften and closes at a 5-month low, whilst overall gas and electricity contracts closed higher. Let's take a look at the week's actions in some more detail. Brent closed lower on Monday despite some initial bullishness. Prices then fell almost $1.50 per barrel on Tuesday as market participants focused on the renewed trade war between China and the US, which could impact the global demand outlook. Brent rebounded somewhat on Wednesday before losing value throughout Thursday. The EIA forecasted a supply glut in 2026, and trade talks between US and China may potentially disrupt oil supplies, further exacerbating the situation. Last night, front-month Brent closed at $61.93 per barrel, which is down $1.85 compared to last Friday. All contracts eased on Monday, with progress being made on the ceasefire agreement between Israel and Hamas as hostages were released. Contracts rose on Tuesday. Lower wind output led to an increase of gas-fired generation. However, this was largely offset by an increase in Norwegian supplies. Prices closed flat to lower on Wednesday. Weaker Asian LNG demand pressured European prices downwards, which in turn led to an increase in cargoes bound to the UK. Contracts rose throughout Thursday. Ukraine had encountered several blackouts due to a number of attacks. Ukraine announced discussions were being held with the US to import LNG, which pressured prices higher as market participants anticipated increased competition. Last night, most curve contracts closed lower compared to last Friday. Summer 26 closed at 76.4 pence per therm, which is down 0.2, whilst winter 26 closed at 83.65 pence per therm. Despite low wind output, all contracts fell on Monday, taking direction from bearish gas and carbon. Prices were mixed on Tuesday. Most near-term contracts were directed higher by gas, however, longer-dated contracts eased in line with carbon. Most contracts then rose on Wednesday, supported by rising carbon. Prices were further supported by an announcement that the 2 gigawatt UK-France interconnector would have its unplanned outage extended. Prices continue to rise on Thursday, taking direction from the wider fuels market. And last night, near-term contracts closed higher compared to last Friday, while some longer-dated contracts closed lower. Summer 26 gained £0.17 per megawatt hour, whilst winter 26 lost £0.17 per megawatt hour. You can download the full version of this market report from our website. Thank you for watching. See you next week.